I'm Isabella Aballí. I'm the sales director at PROYECTOS Monclova. Welcome to our new space, located at La Martine 415 in Polanco, Mexico City. We are currently in the first floor, where we have different showrooms, our offices, where we exhibit the works of artists from our program, apart from the exhibitions, which you find on the ground floor of the gallery. Today I'm going to walk you through our space and just the work of a few of our artists. Behind me we have Mexican artist Gabriel de la Mora. He can be found in many public institutions like the Albright Knox Museum, the Museum of Fine Arts, Houston, and many more. Gabriel de la Mora really focuses on the use of discarded objects, giving obsolete items a second life. This series, which is called Between What I Reflect and What I See, which Gabriel created in 2020 during the pandemic, where he uses old Christmas ornaments. The curved nature of these ornaments creates a fantastic illusion, so it works a bit like a mirror, but it also amplifies your reflection into 100 different little specks. You can clearly see how he's inspired by minimal artists. He actually describes his work as maximal minimalism, so we definitely recommend checking out his different series. Behind me we have 4 works by artist Edgar Orlaneta. Edgar's practice primarily focuses on sculptural forms that are heavily inspired by modernism, pop culture, and historical events. He handmakes all of the objects in his studios, and you can really see how he's inspired by these post-war designers. He really attempts to take out all of the functionality from these particular objects. He really focuses on the process, and you can really see this idea of the genius hand. Here we have the work of young painter Alejandra Venegas. Alejandra lives in the outskirts of Mexico City, about 2 hours away in the beautiful mountains. And for this new series, she uses namely wood from Mexico. She hand carves it, and combining these bright, vivid colors with gouache and wax with the warm tones of the wood, she carves, natural landscapes, water, forests, and then sort of her own personal experiences with nature are really reflected in her work. This new body of work really combines sculpture, paint, and woodwork to create a fantastic new series. Here we have 2 works by the Mexican artist Yeshua Okon, titled Octopus. Yeshua gathered Guatemalan day laborers that go to a Los Angeles Home Depot parking lot to find work. They actually fought against each other in the Guatemalan Civil War. However, now, as undocumented immigrants in the United States, they fight together to find work. For these paintings, Yeshua took stills from the video of the landscape, which was a parking lot, and did close-ups, and the result are the paintings behind me. Here we have another work by Yeshua Okon. It's a maquette of a larger life-size sculpture, which can be currently found in the Jumex Museum. The sculpture is suggestive of this idiom, the elephant in the room, and what Yeshua tries to reflect is the destruction of the natural world caused by human behavior. Here we have an installation by the artist collective Terceron Quinto. Terceron Quinto is from Monterrey, Mexico. Terceron Quinto's critique-driven practice really focuses on socio-political and economic issues in relation to private and public spaces. And the work behind me is titled Ruinas. Terceron Quinto wanted to show a blueprint of a business that actually went out of business as a direct result of the highway construction. So what you see here is an intervention that they did, and they essentially put a block of cement as sort of a memory of the business that was. Behind me we have the work of Soto Clement. Martin's previous work include the use of female stockings, which he uses in a very sculptural manner. For this new series called Phantograms, he still uses female stockings, but in a very different way. And he really found himself returning to more ancient techniques. He burnt the corn husks and created a sort of ash, and creating a natural sealing agent with egg whites and the sap of the agave plant. He paints sheets of linen, and using these stockings, he then paints over them with this dark pigment, creating a sort of stencil effect. Also located on our first floor, apart from our showroom and our private showroom, are our offices. The offices are open plan, apart from 2 private offices for our founding directors. And we've also brought the vertical garden from our previous location to the current space in Polanco.